What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are in San Francisco making $2,000 in 1 hour of trading. Not bad at all. This is the traveling trading station right here. This is what comes with me everywhere I go. Laptop, 2 USB monitors, my headset, and with that, I can trade. So today, on this laptop here in San Francisco, made $2,000 of profit. A nice, easy morning of trading. These little clips make it really easy to pop the USB monitors on and off, pop them in your bag, in your carry-on. You can trade from really anywhere in the world. So great day, and I'm hoping that we finish up this week tomorrow with one more solid green day of trading, and then we'll be back at it next week. All right, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning, live streaming, 9:15. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. Today ended up being a little bit of a slower day after some really nice opportunities yesterday. I was hoping we would see more momentum this morning, but it ended up being a little bit on the slower side, which is okay. Sometimes it's like that. So the ones this morning that ended up being sort of the big movers really were primarily ELTK. ELTK was our one big mover. Really nothing else was super impressive. We had PDSB from yesterday that gave a little bit of carryover momentum, but nothing super impressive. So that one I wasn't super into. I was interested, but it just didn't give me that setup. It didn't give a good entry. So I ended up leaving it alone, which is fine. So let's look at the gap scanner from this morning. The gap scans you can see here, leading gapper this morning was OTLK, gapping up 37% on quite a bit of volume with a 9 million share float. The problem with this stock for me was that number one, it's under $2. Number two, the float was a little on the higher side, and number three, it just felt to me like it was going to be crowded. So by the time the bell was about to ring, it was already looking like it was just too thickly traded, too heavy, and it would be like playing a game of tug of war to try to trade it. So OTLK was off my list, and let me just go to time frame here. Time frame, historical date, 9. Yeah, that's fine. 9:15. Let's see if this pops up here. Sorry, my headset cut out. So I was just saying IOVA didn't trade it, but that was fine, following the rules. Not a good time to push my luck and trade stuff that's outside my wheelhouse. So going further down the scans, that was basically it. There really wasn't anything else that looked super good. So I just sort of was like, all right, well, let's watch the high day momentum scanner and we'll see if we get some opportunities off of that. So, and yeah, PDSB I was watching as a possibility, but I didn't know if it would be able to break out of this sort of stair-stepping down pattern. This was a really good one for me yesterday, almost $7,000 of profit on it, but second day continuation is always a little risky, and this just didn't end up giving us second day continuation. And then we have ELTK. So this is the one that I traded. I'll have to put my P&L back up here. Let's see. So as you can see here, this one ended up making a move from $2 up to $3, so a nice 50% squeeze. It broke 2 right here, and I actually had it kind of on watch because a few of you guys had called it out. You're like, hey, keep an eye on ELTK. It looks interesting at 2. And I looked at it and I was like, well, it's kind of interesting, but the volume's light. I'm not sure that it's going to give me a big breakout, so I don't know, maybe I'll just sit tight on it. I ended up missing the first squeeze that went into a circuit breaker halt. So let me pull this up here. ELTK, there we go. All right, so here's my P&L today. So $2,190.89 of profit, which is not a bad day, and that was only on ELTK. So since I wasn't in this before the first circuit breaker halt, I had to wait for it to resume trading. So it resumes trading, as you can see, way up here with a high of 70. It dips down, and then as it breaks 70, that's where I jumped in. Jumped in for the break of 70. We got this quick squeeze here up to 298. So right there, I made about $1,200. Not a huge win, but about $1,200 on that trade. And then I got back in here for the break over $3 at 290 and sold at like 304, 305 as it broke 3. So that ended up being my second winner, also about $1,000, and that puts me up $2,190. Obviously, I would have made a lot more had I jumped on it right down here. But of course, at this time, how was I to know, looking at this setup, that it was actually going to break that level? I was just kind of like, well, it's kind of on the cheaper side. I'm not really sure. There's no news on it today. I don't think it was on the high day momentum scanner, so I just left it, waited, and then next thing you know, boom, it's popped up, halted on circuit breaker. So, okay, fine, I'll jump in coming out of the first halt, and that's what I did, and that gave me $2,000 of profit. So from that point, I was watching it possibly for an ABCD setup, and it actually, it did come back up here and double top at 310, but then it quickly faded off that level. So it's having a little bit of a hard time up in these areas, and I think probably the best thing to do for me on it is just to call it a day and, come back at it tomorrow, finish up the week hopefully with, another couple of green trades. So, that's about it for me today, really. Not a whole lot going on, just one trade on ELTK, but, that is my daily goal, $2,000 a day. So hit my daily goal here and only traded for about, I don't know, what time was this last trade? It was 10:07, so about 40 minutes, 42 minutes, 45 minutes of trading, and then I was done. So good day overall. All right, so we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Hopefully we see some good opportunities on the scanners, high day momentum, gap scanner, and we can finish up this week with a couple more green trades. All right, everyone, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Nice job, Eric. There's $1,400 of profit on ELTK. Great. That's nice to see. Good work.
If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.